Hey guys, it's Gene Knight with Kellyco, and I'm out here today with the Whites MX Sport. This machine's been out for a little while, but there had been some complications with the machine, so Whites has been very gracious and staying on top of everything with taking them back and getting whatever needs to be done with them. There was an issue with the screen cracking. They've fixed that. This is the latest rendition. I mean, I literally just got this from Whites. So this is the latest rendition of the machine with the firmware updates and everything. So I'm down here at the beach. I'm blessed to live just a couple miles away from this beautiful thing right here. And so this beach is not very populated, as you can see. There's not a lot of people that come down here. Down by the pier we get a lot of people, but down this end not so many. So but what I was going to do is take the MX Sport and just kind of take it out in the salt water and just see what it does. So I'm going to start in the it's actually low tide right now. The tide's starting to come back in. So I'm going to start with just the wet sand and then go into the ocean. So let's see how she does. So right now, hopefully you guys can see the screen. Might be a lot of glare. But just going to turn it on, hold it up off the sand. We're going to go here to options. We can, it's a volume, threshold, discrimination, tones. I got to set it 4 tones. The program, we've got it on beach. Okay, the frequency is set. We're not changing that. No need for a light. And we're all set. Now I've also got it in the salt mode as well. So let's see what she does. Now the machine's got automatic ground balance. Not getting a repeatable signal there. Hopefully you guys can hear the machine. Now we're down here in the wet sand. Oop. Okay. You know, I might have just tapped the sand because hold on. It's saying that we got a penny in there. Yeah, I might have just tapped the sand, so I'm not going to worry about that right this moment. The machine is very sensitive, as with most machines you take on the beach. You end up hitting the sand, knocking into it. You're going to get you'll get a tone, but you know, it's got to be repeatable. You're looking for good repeatable signals. So I'm going to turn the sensitivity up to about 8. Sorry about that. Tripping over my own tone. You know, beach hunting, you want to go slow. Overlapping. You know. As I said, this beach is not very populated. So, right now, let's do this. I'm going to take it out of that. Okay. Tracking's locked. So now we're locking in here with the wet sand. So we're in the wet sand. The machine's running stable. I don't know if you can hear the threshold or not. You might be able to. The tracking's locked. Got a nice steady threshold. It's not jumping around or anything. Okay, we're in very wet sand. What I'm going to do is just to show you here. Oops, I got a dime. Let me just throw that down. So, I mean, that's up on the surface. I don't know if you can see it. It's giving me a 70. It's jumping. 74, 73. It's jumping between a copper penny and a dime. So we know the machine's working. Let's put it that way. Okay. Now I don't have any headphones on today, only because I was hoping you'd be able to hear the machine. Okay. So now once again, we're in the wet sand and the machine's running stable. So this is the time I suggest people go detecting at the beach anyway, only because if you let's see what this is. Nothing. Only because it's a whole lot easier for any of you people who are not experienced beach detectorists. This is the time it's easiest to recover your items and things like that. You're not worrying about getting beat up by the waves and whatnot. Oop, see if I hit it. See, that's how sensitive the machine is, so that's a good thing. You just got to make sure you're not whacking the bottom, which you really don't want to do anyway. Okay. But as you can see, we're getting nice, stable. There's a little jellyfish right there. See him? But the machine's running stable. Okay. So we're out here. We're in beach mode. We've got salt on one, which I didn't show you, but there's a salt setting in pretty much every. I think you can do it in every program, every mode. But you can definitely do it in the beach mode, and I believe in prospecting. I'm moving kind of fast here, you guys to watch what's going on. Just slow it down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over here to where there's a nice big sort of pocket. Well, let's do that. Okay, let's walk over here real quick. It's a nice big pocket. You can probably see it. See where that water's coming in? Right there. That's where a lot of stuff settles in those areas. And let's see how the machine does anyway in that. So, as you can see, not a lot of people on the beach. It's a weekday. So, and I live in a nice, awesome little sleepy beach town called Flagler Beach. Here on the, I mean, it's central north Florida. We're about 20 minutes south of St. Augustine, half hour south of St. Augustine, above Ormond Beach, a great town. I suggest you visit. So here, we're going to check out this area. Alright, now, ship tracking off. Now, see? Back on the sensitivity. Okay? So, now, happens a lot as the water runs over. Well, see, we're nice and level. Oop. So what I've had to do is back the sensitivity down quite a bit, but I have leveled it out, staying underwater. Now, if you're going to have the waves jumping and bouncing over the coil, yep. So I've got the sensitivity down about 3 right now. So for people who don't know, these are always great spots to look because a lot of stuff gets drawn down into these areas here. Okay. But the coil's moving pretty good underwater. Not a lot of drag at all. Do this. Flip flops. Oop. I'm going to lose them. So what I've had to do is I've got it to level out down here with the water passing over it, but I've had to turn the sensitivity down quite a bit, which is what they suggest anyway. from the factory. So now let's see what happens here. Okay, wave just passed right over it. It's running level, but as soon as I turn the sensitivity up a little bit, it overloads. Okay. Now, so you can see from the video of me on the beach, I've had some success with the machine. It definitely worked well in the wet sand. As I got into the water, had a couple issues, just had to, which is typical of a VLF single frequency machine. The machine overloaded when I got into the salt water. I just lowered sensitivity, was able to level it out. So with that, you're going to lose some depth, you'll lose some performance, but I mean, it's kind of the nature of the beast when dealing with salt, the salt environment, and it's a very tough environment for metal detector to work in. So, but overall, I was happy with the machine. I am a big beach hunter. I do like to hunt the beach, so you know, for an all-around machine, it was effective in the wet sand. But once you got into the water, as I said, lost some sensitivity due to the overload. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them down below. I will be answering them personally. And you know, if you're interested in this machine, please let me know. So, once again, this is Gene Knight with Kellyco and the Whites MX Sport.